Hello everybody and welcome to the 2023 NFL season and my week 1 predictions. I'm your host Catherine and you are on the Blind Canadian Cat YouTube channel. I say meow and I roll intros. We've been doing this for a very long time. I'm excited to keep doing this and I hope you guys are too. And also welcome to year 8 of me doing these types of videos. Something I've prided myself on, something that I've put the most effort into, even if my editing says otherwise. And just something I enjoy doing the most. The more years that have passed, the more of a football fan I've become. The more intrigued I am, because it's one thing to get intrigued with like fantasy football. Fantasy football, I think it prides itself on getting you to pay attention to teams and games or players that you might otherwise not really care much about. These predictions have helped me have each game with a more sense of how they each break down. Now watching things, especially like the spread and the totals, that's something that I also find interesting. Yeah, you can pick a game all you want. Anyone can flip a coin and pick a game. But the fun is, can certain teams cover their spreads? And I love it. And it's something I've had fun with. And I'm hoping I can do the same thing with this season too. And as I always do for the week 1 videos, I'm gonna showcase my my previous years. We have done 4 years now where I've done money lines, spreads, and totals now. So this is gonna be our 5th year of doing all 3. And as usual, I'm not going to do the totals on this video. I will post them on Twitter. But I'm also going to remember, hey, there's a community notes here on YouTube. So I will remember to put that there as well. I just got to remember to do so. Hopefully I can do that. But last year, it was a bit of a step back for the most part. It happens. You're not going to be perfect every season. You're not going to be better every season. The goal is to be. But the NFL is unpredictable. Any given Sunday is a real thing. But we've been in the same range for the most part. I like to keep my losses under 100. So let's see if this year we can shoot for like less than 90 losses. We've done that only once in my years of doing straight up picks. We've only gone under 90 once, which is difficult now that the NFL added another week of games, so we have more opportunity. But I think we got a good shot. Play it cool, play it smart. Don't fall for trends, don't fall for flashy teams. Maybe acknowledge JR's rule of 4. Maybe not. I'm not doing that this week, obviously, so it's funny. But we will get into those picks and get ready for this season. Are you guys excited? Because I definitely am. And here we go. Here, let's do this. I'll move over here. First things first, we have a very intriguing Thursday night game. And the thing with that, it's less of, do we think what Casey's going to do for a repeat? It's like, yeah, Casey's going to be good. They're always good. They proved last year they can be good without even Tyreek Hill. You give Kelsey, you got Mahomes, you got Andy Reid. You'll see how the rest goes. Although it is interesting now that Eric Bieniemy is not gone too. How much is the offense going to get impacted on that? It's up for debate. I don't think it'll matter much. I think, again, Patrick Mahomes is the guy. Him, Andy Reid, Travis Kelsey, they'll figure it out. That team will win 12 games, probably. It's expected. It's what they do. The Lions, though, this is where things become interesting. We're now in a season where there is legitimate hype around the Lions. Maybe not necessarily Super Bowl hype, but there is hype. This is coming from this is an NFL team that has only won 1 playoff game since the Super Bowl era begun. So, and then they just don't make playoff trips often. They're just a universally bad team. But now there's hype around them. There's a chance for them to be good. They could legitimately win a playoff game, or that's the hope. But here, as the way I see this game, I don't think Detroit's going to be able to handle KC. Last year they had to deal with Philly for week 1, which they put points up, but the defense couldn't really make the stops. I'm thinking this is going to be kind of the same thing. I am curious, though, that the spread for KC stayed at 6.5. Even when they played Houston for a week one a couple weeks ago, that was like a 10. This one they've kept under a touchdown. My thing here at this point is for Detroit, for me to do a telltale of what their potential is for this season. Can they keep this game close? I don't think they'll win. I think Kansas City on the money line is good either way. Probably not going to be worth a lot, but I think Kansas City on the money line is good either way. But what can Detroit do? Can Detroit make this a game? Can they make it interesting? And what I mean by that is I mean actually like staying in the game the whole time. Maybe it comes down to one drive, offensively or defensively. They just got to do what they got to do. And will they do it or will they not? Can Detroit cover 6.5? That is more what I care about than them winning this game. And the fact that it stayed under 7, I'm going with KC on the points here. Because KC seems to generally be a dominant team, and I like Detroit, but now there's expectations this year. And I want to see what they can do. I want to see what they can do. Also, an interesting note about all this. This is the first time that Mahomes is facing Jared Goff since that 2018 game in LA, where they scored 50 points each. First time these two quarterbacks have played each other since then. So, should we be expecting more fireworks? It's a possibility. I'm looking forward to that game either way, and I'm glad the NFL is kicking it off with a team who we're hoping. Like it feels almost like NFL fans, and maybe this is just the ones I've been around, it feels like we're all hoping Detroit could be a really good team. We're all hoping, like, yeah, this is going to be the year. They're going to win like 12 games. They're going to make the playoffs, maybe make a run. I don't think anyone's predicting them for the Super Bowl. I'm not. I don't think they get out of the second round, even if they do win a playoff game. They're not a top 4 team in the NFC, although at this point maybe they are because the NFC is kind of weakened. But KC Week 1's a good test. I think KC is a better team. I'm just going to take KC, and I'm going to take the points. I'll just highlight a few games that I think will be intriguing. Niners and the Steelers. I'm curious. They both should be good defenses. Offenses, we're going to see where they're at. I think they said Brock Purdy's healthy enough that he's ready to go. Kenny Pickett with Pickens and Deontay Johnson and all that. Najee Harris, who I seem to have dropped in a lot of fantasy leagues this year. We're going to see how they all do. We are going to see it. I'm very high on George Pickens, by the way, for this year. I think George Pickens is going to have a really great year. But I'm going to roll the Niners. I think they're a better team. I think they have a belief in themselves that they could be Super Bowl bound. Like, they are one of 3 teams who could legitimately compete for a Super Bowl in that conference. And one could argue maybe they would have beat Philly had their quarterback not got hurt. Nothing's guaranteed for certain, so you can't really say. But I think they think that, and I'm inclined to believe them. So I'm gonna go with the Niners here. I think they'll be another good team. Keep Brock healthy. Get the Trey Lance shit behind you now that that's done. And let's move on. But I am gonna say, keep an eye out for Pittsburgh. I think they're gonna be a good team. CJ Stroud's first start against Baltimore. Marlon Humphrey is out, but I still think the defense does a good enough job. Keep them contained a little bit. I like the Ravens, and as much as -10 is an evil, I don't like covering high spreads. I think the Ravens cover this spread fairly easily, too. I'll say that now with no Marlon Humphrey, that this might be one of the more favorable overs, but I think the Ravens handle this pretty easily. Expect like a 30-14 kind of game, or even like 33-17, somewhere in there. Expect this game to get into those mid to high 40s. I would expect that. I don't know what the line is, but for the total, that's what I would expect. One of the upsets I did pick, and this is a quote-unquote upset, I have the Browns beating the Bengals Week 1. Now, Joe Burrow's been dealing with an injury. He did hurt that, or it was like a strained calf or something. I don't remember what it was. But he's coming back, and I think he's going to play. Cleveland, I don't know what to expect with Cleveland, to be honest. They should honestly be a good team. And if not, then the decision to go for Watson is going to look really bad. It's going to look really bad. Not that it doesn't look bad already, because I still think it was bad. But now you guys have no excuse. Deshaun Watson shit's all over. He had the whole offseason. He played preseason games. There's no excuse. Cleveland needs to win 10 games. They better find a way how. But I have them upsetting Cincy. Cincy also has this weird thing with Week 1 and also have this weird thing with the Browns. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's just one of those teams that Joe Burrow seems to have some kind of struggle with. I don't know. But I like the Browns here. I think they get a Week 1 win and keep things interesting. Everyone and their mother would probably tell you to lay the Commanders -7 against Arizona. Arizona's going to be bad. And, not just bad, just, straight up bad. You think of Houston last year, and you're like, oh, Davis Mills, maybe he is legit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, he was not. It was nice to think, but no. Arizona, they got no Murray. They're going to be rolling with third stringers who probably shouldn't be in the NFL, but they're going to be there anyway. So, honestly, Arizona's going to be bad, but DC, on the other hand, we don't know what they're going to be. You wonder about Sam Howell. How long is he going to last? Is it going to work? They don't have Heineke anymore, so they can't just turn back to him. So now it's Sam Howell. What's the plan? What you going to do? So it'll be interesting to see that. That's the only reason why I'm not laying 7. Washington should realistically blow this team out. Every team should blow out Arizona, because Arizona's just flat out not going to be good. But in this case specifically, I'm going to have Arizona cover the 7 just because I don't know what Washington's going to do. This could very well be a 9-3 game. Very well much could be a 9-3 game. Or even 14-10. Is Washington going to have an offense, especially with Terry McLaurin? I think Terry McLaurin's not going to play this game. I don't know for certain yet. But with no Terry McLaurin, it's I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of Washington yet, so I'm not going to lay 7 on them yet. Not yet. They could change my mind, but that could also be Arizona. We don't know. I'm going to wait. Nothing else really worth of note. I think Philadelphia being only 3.5 favorite over New England feels kind of free money. I honestly do not expect the Patriots to be good. I mean, could they? I'm sure Bill Belichick will find a way to win some games with them. I'm not going to say he won't, but I low-key really think they're going to be I'm going to say right now, theoretically, a bottom 10 team. I put out there the bold prediction, I think they'll be a bottom 5 team. I do not have faith in the Patriots. Now, again, that defense, they could probably win some games. But it just comes down to that. They're not going to get those free wins from the Jets now because the Jets should be good, right? Right? The Jets should be good. Who knows? Denver, Vegas, you can really go either way. I don't really care. Also, if you haven't, everyone, random side note from the picks. If you haven't checked out my Twitter, this is Marlin. Marlin's my cat now. And no, I definitely didn't name him after Marlon Humphrey. Yes, I did. I named him 100% after Marlon Humphrey. I don't know why you're biting me, but you're definitely biting me. Fine. But yeah, he'll probably be in the background of these videos a lot. Mainly because this is my bed back here. But he'll probably be in the background of a lot of these videos. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Denver and Vegas, you can go either way. Denver, maybe with Sean Payton, maybe they'll be the team we expected them to be last year. Who knows? Vegas, again, one of those teams what did you do to get better? I promise you, Garoppolo's not better than Derek Carr. Probably. I don't know, actually. But Jimmy G has this somehow, I win a lot when I'm healthy, so we'll see what happens with Vegas. We'll see what happens. But you can go either way, so I'm doing one of those cheat things where I'll take Denver, but Vegas to cover. You're going to win one or the other. Maybe you'll get lucky if you win both. But you can go either way with that. The other upset I have for this week, I'm going to take the Packers over the Bears. I don't know. I'm not going to say the Packers are going to be a great team or a good team. But I'm not going to necessarily rule them out as a bad team right now. And Chicago, they've been very much hyped up. But thinking about it now, maybe it might be too early. I do think the bar should be set for this team to find a way to 7 or 8 wins, especially now with like a DJ Moore to help with the field's development and other stuff like that. I do think the bar should be set at 7 or 8 wins, but it's hard to say at this point. With the expectation for Green Bay, it's kind of a any man's game here with them, honestly. They could be a bottom 10 team. They could be still somewhat competitive. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to admit the Bears will be better than them. I can't say for certain. I can't say. But I'm going Green Bay now for this week. They're probably going to drop a plenty after the week. But I think Chicago is a little overhyped. So Green Bay will kind of silence them for now, or at least put some doubt in some minds. Or you'll get those headlines, oh, the Bears are overrated, blah, 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 and then the Bears will string up a couple later on. We'll see. And the Packers will lose a couple on. But either way, I think Green Bay takes this one. And then, yeah, favorites here. Chargers will probably be in Miami, but we'll see. Let's hope Tua's healthy enough and stays. Let's hope Tua stays healthy all season. Dear God, please keep that man healthy. And if he shows symptoms of concussion, get him the fuck out and keep him out for a while. Miami, please do something right for once. I think the Chargers take this one. I think the Chargers want a little bit of a redemption arc for choking as bad as they did, so I'm all for the redemption arc. Dallas over New York. Well, I don't know why you keep giving Dallas the primetime games for the week. I think they've been on a Sunday or they've been a Thursday night or a Sunday night for a while now, so it's like I'm getting tired of seeing them week 1. But whatever. Dallas should win that game fairly well, because I think New York takes that back. And then last one, Aaron Rodgers' grand opening against the Bills. I hear some people are doubting the Bills now, which means I'm not picking them to win no Super Bowl anytime soon. Last year was your season, and you blew it, so I'm not picking them to win shit. But that being said, speaking of overhype, I think the Jets might be a bit overhyped too. I like the spread's at 2.5. I think Buffalo wins by 10. I truly do. 10 or more. I think Buffalo runs New York out the building. The Jets will probably come back and win in Buffalo, whatever that game is. But for week 1, I expect Buffalo to just own this game start to finish. Maybe New York gets if New York gets the first. If the Jets get the first possession, the Jets will probably score a touchdown on the opening drive, and then the Bills will score back, or something like that. Next thing you know, the Bills have scored like 4 unanswered times. And it's 27-10. And then later on it becomes like 30-13. Something like that. I don't know. But no, I'm expecting the Bills to absolutely own this game. Again, the Jets will probably be fine. But again, maybe a little slightly overhyped. I'm taking Buffalo, and I think Buffalo wins easily. So yeah, those are all my picks. Let's go back to Cat Parlay of the Week. I loved that last time, and now that I remember I can actually gamble here in the state of Kansas, I'm going to actually do these bets myself just to let you know how it goes. So, for my Parlay of the Week, keep it simple. Commanders money line, they should win either way. Most people will probably take the 7, you probably should too, but I'm holding out on Commanders until they can prove to me that they're a good team, or at least a reliable team. Arizona's going to suck shit and ass. I'm not denying that. But what is Washington going to do this season? What are they going to do? If I get the money line, again, I don't know where I am with Tampa. I don't know if I want to trust Minnesota here to lay this many points. Because, again, Kirk Cousins is a very overperformed one year, underperformed the next, back and forth. He overperformed last year, led that team to, 13 wins. Now I'm kind of expecting him to fall back. His numbers will probably be the same. The team, statistics will probably be the same, but the wins aren't going to show up as much. But that being said, Tampa, I don't think they're going to be one of the worst teams. A lot of people are projecting them to be a bottom 5 team. I don't think they'll be. So, I'm going to give them the money line. You could probably get away with a -6, but I'm not a fan of it. And then, yeah, Cowboys and Eagles are both at 3.5. I think those are layups. Eagles especially. Cowboys, they're playing the Giants. Division shit might happen. Probably a game-winning field goal. Because Dallas kind of doesn't do what they're supposed to do. So, it is what it is. But I think 3.5 should be easy for both of them. And then Rams Seahawks under their total. I think it's at like 46 right now. Seattle, I wouldn't say it was much of an offense. I mean, they definitely had their games, but like against LA, they definitely struggled. And Geno, I realistically wouldn't be surprised if he took a step back. I'm not. I hope it doesn't. I'm rooting for Geno. I love what they're doing with Seattle, especially now with Jackson Smith and Jigba. Ooh, that's probably the best number 3 receiver in the NFL right now. Deadass. But we'll see how it goes. Another good one that I kind of like was the Niners and Steelers under. Those are both good defenses, so I don't imagine the offense are going to have a ton of fun. But again, that total I think is at like 40, and I hate totals at 40 because all it takes is like 1 or 2 free touchdowns here or there, and boom, you're at 41. Example of that, the Ravens-Bengals playoff game. That was at 40.5, and they were looking at 17-17. And even if Baltimore doesn't push it in, that's a field goal, and probably another field goal here. I mean, that probably would have gone over anyway. But 17-17, and then all of a sudden, one defensive touchdown, and put it at 41. I hate 40 as a total. But that's why I'm going to lean away from that. If you want to add that to the parlay, go ahead. I am a fan of that. But yeah. Commanders money line, Vikings money line, Cowboys 3.5, Eagles 3.5, Rams and Seahawks to go under. I think that's like 46 or something. Yep. And then the final thing we're going to look at, obviously fantasy. I technically have 5 leagues I'm doing this year, but I'm only going to showcase 4 of them. One of which, the other one, it's a family and friends league. It's my roommates, his friends, his family. His sister was the one that actually invited me in. So it's like, hey, I'll join. If anything interesting happens, I'll let you guys know. But realistically, I'm probably not going to update you on that league. But that being said, we have our 3 usuals like we did last year. League of Assholes running on to year 8 yet again. Going against Teddy, my first game. Discord's fine. We're bringing back most of the same people. Got a couple new people in there. We're bringing back Michelle. She's going to be my week 1 opponent. Should be fun. In the Andy and Co League, we are technically haven't done the draft yet. That's going to be, well, to this calendar, tomorrow night. So I don't know who my opponent is yet. Probably by the time I upload this video, I'll probably will know. So hopefully it's in here. And then now, for the first time ever, after 8 years or 7 or 8 years, numbers are hard, in the community, building my way up, doing these videos, commenting and talking, hanging out with the people, I have finally been given the invitation to join what I'm going to overhype as the most prestigious league in the community, the Professionals Dynasty League. Our good friend Keith had dropped out, and they opened the spot for me. So, one of the more hyped leagues across fantasy and the NFL YouTube prognosticators, and they finally let me in. So, now I gotta take what Keith did with his team with like a 3-11 record, traded a shit ton of players, got a bunch of younger players. I'm hoping to do something this year. Might not happen. I might have to wait another year or 2 to get some real good roster players. But the hope is we can get something going. But with that, I'm excited. I'm excited for fantasy this year. I'm excited for the NFL to finally be back. Because as much as doing these videos, these pick-up pools, the fantasy leagues, and the gambling, as much as that all takes a toll on me, because goddamn, it's a lot. Because you're doing all that, and then having a social life, having a job, all that shit. It definitely takes a toll, I'm not even gonna lie. But this is what I love to do most. And I look forward to doing these every year. I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy, too. And we're going to look into a long and eventful season. Good luck going our way. And if you're curious, last year's camera fucking's already dead on me. So what this is recording from is a webcam I bought to hopefully use for more Discord videos. But no, this is just straight webcam. I bought this for like $20 off Amazon. And I think it's doing the job quite damn well. So, all in all, this is probably better than anything else I've had. So I'm just going to roll with this. Hopefully the quality is good enough. Hopefully my nice $100 microphone does its job. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back fantasy football, NFL, gambling. It's all back. And we love it so much. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you follow me on my socials. Follow me on Twitter. And yes, I'm still calling it Twitter. Fuck you, Elon Musk. I'm not calling it whatever the fuck you want me to call it. Canadian Cat CP. Follow my Instagram, Blind Canadian Cat. Follow me on Twitch. I don't really stream as often as I should, but I should pick that up. So just yell at me on Twitter to pick it up, and I'll do it. And then hop into the Discord. We're getting a couple more people in there, so it's a little more populated and a little more active. We like it. It's mostly still Coconut Mall members, but a couple of people from like the Discord's Finest League and other servers are now joining in more. We're having fun. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 season. And I will catch you all in the next video. Choose peace, accept love, and have big trust. Welcome back, everyone. Let's get it.